Are we live?
I thought you don't use your phone. Yeah, we're live.
All right, so we live. Let me see how this is looking. My sister don't even know what's going on, y'all. Let me hear if you can hear me. Yep, they can hear now. All right, so let's tell them about...
So you stay on your phone when you talk?
Yeah, we live, Lenore.
Oh, I thought we talked through the computer.
No.
Okay.
Oh, I'm already sick.
Well, when you go live on your phone, you be with the Twitter people.
Y'all, she driving me crazy. We got back from we survived this Bermuda trip.
You come back from hot climate, come to Chicago, had to sit and wait on the transfer shuttle, and that's why you sick.
Let's start from the beginning. This ship, MSC, the customer service is horrible.
People were right. I guess when you watch YouTube, you got to believe when people say that.
They what?
You have to believe when people say that. All the YouTube shows that I watched to see what MSC was all about, majority of them said that the communication, customer service is not good.
No, it's not. So we got a mother that's handicapped. So in the beginning, even with the pre-trip, you was calling MSC and you was trying to get everything scheduled because we traveling with somebody who has special needs.
And I think you do that anyway when you go on a cruise. You want to you call to book the room. So when you see go online and you see pictures of their cabins, you see pictures of the rooms, you're like, oh, why are you on the phone with them? Hey ma'am, I see a photo of what the balcony room looks like, and it has a sofa bed. It has hey, oh yes, ma'am, yes, you have a sofa bed, and
everything we said was yes. They said yes. Can I have a swimming pool in my room? Yes. Can I have gold bars?
And they couldn't do anything about it. They would just say they would do what they were told to do, even when you're on the ship. That's what. So you would really have to say, can you move out the way, sir, and let me talk to the manager?
They say yes to everything.
Yes.
They're really not doing it. They just say yes.
They're robots. AI can really work for them.
So you asked if we could have a handicap room.
Mm-hmm. We did get that.
With 3 people.
But we didn't get the setup that, like in the photo, online. It didn't have a sofa.
Where you look at a room online.
It didn't have a sofa bed in there.
And then you get in real life and you be like, really?
It had the beds that let out on the walls.
Now look at our size.
Me, my sister.
We gonna get on the bed.
My mom. A ladder. It had a ladder. We all sat on the one bed. The two that they put them together or separate them, and we just kind of looked up at the ladder and I said, well, maybe I can climb it. I can climb that.
The bed that was coming out the wall was broke.
It sure was. If we would have gotten on there, we would have fallen off. It was broke. They couldn't even, the steward, what you call him, I guess, that does your room, he couldn't get it up. He couldn't move because we were going to move the mattress off. Well, maybe we can move the mattress off.
You can see if anybody's chatting. I can't see if anybody's chatting.
No one's come in.
So you got to make sure you keep track of it.
Okay, I don't see nothing. Okay.
So we asked for a handicap van to go from the airport.
Transportation.
To the cruise.
We actually changed our flight because from what my sister said, I could have told a little lie and told them that, we're flying in, come get us at the airport. Because we really could have flown in 2-3 days earlier and say, go back to the airport and say, we're here, come get us. But they said that's the only way we can do a transportation right to the boat is to come fly right in. So
we did that.
I see Emerald. Hey, Emerald. Hey. We laid back today because Kim not feeling well.
Oh, we ain't even got to the end of that. How I got into this how I got into this predicament.
The good, the bad, the ugly.
They first of all, they didn't give us a van. So
an ADA van. Well, here's the thing. Be clear. We did have a shuttle a bus that I was on the phone back and forth with the guy, the dispatcher guy, which I tipped him very well. That man, he let me call him on Saturday, Sunday. They close. He call me tomorrow. Your ship is not confirming the right type of transportation for your mom. You need an ADA or some type of special transportation where it has a ramp and for her to get on. My mom, y'all.
We got to that dang old bus.
I felt bad for my mom.
No ramp.
We had to literally hold her.
So my mother had to get out off her scooter, and we had to lift and push her up
step by step on a bus.
Then, when it was time to get off the bus, I had to step by step lift and.
My mom was already stressed just doing that. And this is from the airport.
This is starting off. We ain't even started the cruise yet. So then we get there. And that's when we was talking about the room.
Mm-hmm.
Get in the room. It's not what we want. So Lenora goes downstairs. And what did you say to the man?
Going downstairs where?
To talk about our room being wrong.
Oh, Lord. One thing we learned about a lot of the people on the MSC cruise, and some people may have different experience because we did meet some couple on there who had a different experience on another MSC cruise that was better than this MSC cruise. And they make it sound like it's your fault. No, you chose that. Or no, ma'am, you were wrong. Everything is our fault. Don't even try to work it out with us. If you used to...
No. You ordered a room with a bed coming out of the wall.
Right. Looking at me and my sister and my mom. I pointed at all three of us. And I had to look at them and say, do you think one of us can climb on a ladder, on a bed on the wall that's broke? You think I ordered that?
The bed was broke.
You think I ordered that? You almost wanted to grab their shirt and shake them.
You think I called and said, I want a broke bed. That's what I want.
On the wall.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
I want to be challenged. Yeah, I'm on this journey where I want to climb ladders and no. So that was the one big issue.
Was number one. So then I said, he told you that he didn't know or something along those lines.
None of the it was a lady the first time I came there, very irritating voice. Can you imagine talking to a customer service rep and their voice is already bothering you? No, I'm sorry, ma'am. We can't help. Oh, she was bothering me. I literally had to say, ma'am, stop talking. Can I speak to someone else?
Yes.
I didn't mean to offend her, but I said, ma'am, please. I held my hand on my ears. And another lady above her came over to try to help us. They couldn't help. They couldn't help. I said, this is unacceptable. We cannot sleep in that room. The three of us, we cannot. My sister and I was getting ready to leave the boat. So this is the second time bringing my sister down. First time I was trying to do it myself. God, I overheard another conversation with another lady, a black lady, and her roommate. They were talking and they had issues with something. I just overheard them and they were talking to this gentleman who had like the suit shirt on and like the little emblem on his shoulder. So I figure he's somebody more on top of as far as his position than those other two. Let me go and dip into their conversation and then say, what's going on, you guys? Oh, girl, you just know. They was mad. And then they were done with him and he stood there and he said, well, I said, sir, are you the manager? He said, I'm the top guy. I said, you're the one I need to talk to. And then Kim and I came back to talk to him. What did he say, Kim?
He was saying, oh, I don't know. I'm going to try. I'll see. Somebody has to cancel or something. I said, so you want us to sleep outside on the deck then? Because that's what you're saying pretty much. The captain of the ship wants our family, a handicapped lady, to sleep outside on the deck.
Right. Or in one of those lounges. We bring our little blanket and we were getting ready to leave the boat. They hadn't left yet. You know how the boat has a certain time when everybody's on, and then you hear that little foghorn, and then the boat gets ready to leave. We were getting ready to get off the boat, seriously, because we couldn't. There was no way we could stay in that room. And he said, "Can you wait a little longer?" He said, "We have to make sure everybody's on the boat and we can see what rooms are actually empty and who canceled." And that's what we had to do.
So they ended up giving me a room
by herself
on the other side of the ship, though.
It worked its way out. But you know what? It was a blessing in disguise, because like we're saying, the good, the bad, the ugly, that was the good. Kim was by herself. She chilled. We didn't have to bother each other. We were relaxing from each other, and that's what we needed to do.
Right. So then they don't have a lot of times for dinner. They have restaurants, and you have most ships that we've been on. They have like a lot of times that you can choose for your dinner time. Mm-hmm. And then if you don't want to go, you can walk into maybe another one, and then if it's, a seat or whatever, then they'll let you, go in. You
don't have the flexibility like the other cruise ships.
Yeah, they don't have no flexibility. Mm-hmm. So you have to have your time. So we get the first time, which was like 5:15. Which was too early.
I thought it would be a good time because after 5:15, you have time to go to shows and things at night.
But our waiter was nice on this one. But then we said we need to switch up and get a nicer
go later.
A later time. Mm-hmm. So we had to put in a request to get a later time. We get the later time, and the new waiter was not nice. Mm-mm.
And they're from different countries. So we always ask where they're from. Nice. He was from India, but he wasn't nice. And he told us that's another thing I did ask for, people. Yeah, and those of you who cruise, you can request to have it eating by yourself. You don't want to share a table with nobody. You want the table with your own family or your own friends.
Well, thank God. Now that's the good. The good is that the people that were supposed to share the table with us never showed up.
Nope. So we actually had it by ourselves.
We had it by ourselves.
Mm-hmm. For the
but it's week. Not because of them. It was because those people didn't show up.
Right.
So we didn't even get what we wanted.
Right. That was another thing we didn't get. So I'm keeping check mark because I'm writing a letter, a really nice email to back to the ship in our experience and letting them know details that it just was not good.
And then you said the shower in y'all room, the whole floor would be wet.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. And it was pros and cons with that. It was pros because it wasn't a handicap accessible. My mom loved it because she rolled on in because it didn't have a hump. You know how some of the washrooms you got to step up. Hers, she rolled in and she was able to roll out. She was able to lock her walker so she wouldn't roll. I told her to lock it, because the boat was moving a lot when it was, water, the waves. But the one thing with the shower, the way it was made, if you're in the shower sitting on your bench and you turn that thing the wrong way, you can wet up the whole washroom. So the one time we did shower, we had to lay out towels on the floor to keep, from it being all wet. But other than that, it was easy to get in and get out. I did like that. It had a really nice size washroom.
The boat was pretty too.
The boat was really nice pretty. Italian decor. That's one of the big things people brag about the MSC. So it is a very nice looking boat. Crystal in the stairs.
The bathroom is like that marble countertop.
Yeah, the washrooms. The decor, decorations, the colors, that was all nicer than the ships we've been on before. Right. I can honestly say that. So that was a pro.
What else? What do you think about the food?
That was the good, the bad, the ugly. The food was a hit or miss.
Hit or miss.
The hit or miss.
Some stuff was good.
Yeah.
They had a lot of meat, more meat than most. The buffet to me was just like eating in the dining room.
The buffet was almost a duplicate of the restaurant, the dining room.
So in most ships, the dining room food is better.
Yeah.
So most people don't want to eat at the buffet if they don't have to.
Right. And then my mom didn't like the dining room because they give you small portions. So
you have to pay if you want an extra entree.
They charge you If you want another entree, remember, I don't know if the other cruise ships, because we haven't been on there since they've been changing these rules. But remember, when you go on a cruise ship, you can order as many entrees as you want. You can order over and over. I remember $5 for extra entree. And I'm like, what? But you go to the buffet, you get that same meat. You might as well just go to the buffet. You just got to fight people to get. Woo! That was a
buffets. You got to fight people. You got to stand in line.
The good, the bad, the ugly was the people that you had. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. My mom was running over people because they was just so rude. They didn't know. I mean, you see a scooter coming. Would you not move? Why would you just stand there?
If this is normal, 90% of the people on that ship were Chinese.
Or from Asia in general.
Oh, you're right. I don't know if they were.
Yeah, I know you did meet but you did meet a big group of Chinese because you said that was a family of friends or whatever. It was over 100 of them.
Yeah, but there was still a whole lot more than
that. All Asian, mostly Asian.
The second largest group were Indians.
Were all Asia, and then was this.
The third largest group,
black people. Mm-hmm.
And the fourth group was white people.
White.
You can count on one hand how many white people was on
and the show. Whites, when we would go to the different games, bingo. That's where you'll see the white people and black.
You didn't see no Asians.
You see hardly no any Asians at the bingo.
The white people went to the shows.
Yeah.
And bingo. That's when you saw all the white people.
This one lady, we met a lot of people from New York. I know it's a lot of people that get on there from New York, blacks that we met. Brooklyn, because they live nearby. And when this black lady walked by, she said, "This is the only cruise I've been on where I've been unified with white folks. We felt like we were just the only ones on here, so we just come together on our own." I laughed. I said, "You are so right. You are so right."
That whole, at least 90%. I think I'm being kind by saying 90%.
Yeah.
Was Asian.
Yep. And they had to definitely have the language barriers. So
everything they said over the thing, the monitor, they said it in.
They had to say it in the other languages. Yep. So it's truly a European, Italian. You can tell, and I felt like they probably didn't have any representation in their staff to say, we're going to be catering to America. You got to do things this way because this is how America flows. I think they missed the mark on their planning on how this ship is selling to how it's going to be promoting promotions to Americans. Because so
then we get out. Okay. Well, is there anything else while we on there?
Oh God, we wrote a checklist of stuff, but I'm trying to think what sticks out.
What do you think about the entertainment?
It was a hit or miss. We did there was this group called Legacy. I don't know if you guys heard of them. Wendy, I don't know if you've heard of them. Apparently one of the guys that's over it, his mom and dad are entertainers. And that's how he kind of got into it. But it was 3 black guys, and they all kind of gave a little background of where they come from. One came from Chicago. One came from Carolina. They did a tribute to Michael Jackson, the Jackson 5. Stevie Wonder, the Beatles, Bruno Mars. That was a good show. That Earth, Wind and Fire. That was a good show. You can kind of tell just the way we're describing it. It was a good show.
What about the circus thing?
The first show, because of the type of music, it was the genre of music. The singers' voices fit that. They did another show later that week, was more rock. And
her voice didn't fit that.
Anything rock with the guitar. Her voice didn't fit a rock sound, that type of genre of music. But other than that, it's a hit or miss with their entertainment. I'm trying to think.
We didn't go to the regular shows. We went to the paid shows. Now, we ran into this one lady. She said the restaurants are good. The paid restaurants are good.
Hibachi style. You had to pay.
Yeah, they had like a Benihana type of place.
And you had to pay room service. Since
Taco
when
Bell.
you start paying room
Not
service?
Taco Bell. I mean a taco place. Oh yeah, room service. You had to pay for it.
Yeah. I mean, there was items, I think, was there any items that were free? Like, was the
No.
pizza free or nothing?
No. And everything that you got from room service, you could go upstairs and get from the buffet.
Free.
It's just that we was lazy, didn't want to go
you
up
didn't
there
want to
and get
go
it.
up. Yeah. So if you guys cruised before,
If you like their tuna, you could have got that from the buffet.
Let me read what people are saying, because that's what you do when you got the screen. We said hi to Emerald. Emerald says, please tell, because I was wondering. I am so sorry that you had to deal with such poor travel accommodations. I know. We still rested, though, so thank God for that. Hello, guys. Patricia saying, Emerald says, your fault, but no one was trying to assist with helping you through it. SMH. Wendy says, hey, Wendy.
Hey, guys.
And they're talking to each other. Hey, everyone. Patricia gives a little hand clap. And then the LV Glam 26, you should be fully compensated for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, we should be. That's why I want to try to really put a letter together to kind of, some people are very good at that. That's something that they can just speak to and have that person paying them back. And I just want to make sure I use wisdom on how I put the wording together. But to be honest, I was really concerned with my mom because of what she had to go through. Because
now we done. We getting ready to get off.
No, but before we go back to before you get to that,
is horrible.
Before you get to that, you guys, we're there for a week. Every day I bug them. You sure you got the right kind of transportation from my mom? Because when we came, she had to climb stairs and, yes, ma'am. Yes, we have it here in the system. Yes, I said, please, you have to make sure you are asking for a specific type of vehicle so she can be on a ramp and go in with her scooter. Every day I bugged them. They were tired of me. When they saw me coming, yes, ma'am. They was always saying yes over the counter. Yes, ma'am, we got you. We got you.
We forgot the internet. That's why we couldn't go live.
Yes. One guy, I told him at the end of the week, I said we couldn't go live, and we make money. This is our business. He said, write your YouTube show down. I want to watch y'all. It was a black guy, but
you watch it now, buddy.
I don't know. But we talking about y'all. But your name, you was cool. I got all their cards. I got their names. It's so funny because they say that over the intercom. Write down a name of one of the people on the ship that you would really want to pay, hello to and say that they did well for you.
Instead, you could go live on a live stream.
Mm-hmm.
And we couldn't go live stream. And so we said, y'all have to give us some money back or something because we wasn't able to go live the whole week.
One of the bullet points on their cell, and I'm glad the girl brought it over because we didn't have anything to show her to reference. She actually pulled one of the advertisement little banners off the shelf, brought it over so she can prove her point. Like I said earlier, they try to make you be the ones that's wrong. Yeah. That last bullet point said you can email and go live stream on social media platforms. What does that sound like to y'all? So
I told her, you guys live stream think that means, I can watch people go live or whatever. Mm-hmm. I said, you got to change that. People are live now. There was a lady standing in line and said she had a podcast and she couldn't do her podcast. Mm-hmm. People go live now. Mm-hmm. They go live on Facebook. They go live on YouTube. So don't advertise that if it's not. Or you need to put a disclosure in there that says this means you can't go live.
Right.
You can watch live, but you can't go live.
Right.
Something.
So we got a portion of our money back for that, but a whole week we couldn't go live. We was waiting to go live for you guys to, even when we got on Bermuda.
We didn't say that. Oh, and when we got to Bermuda, they have a little shuttle train that takes you around.
It has a ramp on it.
We sat out there and waited for about 20 minutes. He had a little ramp, for handicapped people. When he come back around, Mama get on there. So we'll wait 20 minutes for him to come back. Oh. The man come back. We getting ready to get on. The ramp don't work.
It's broke. We waited all that time in the line. I wanted to tell Mama to just, why don't you take your drive your scooter on down to the place where we going, and we'll meet you there.
Then we said, well, let's walk a little bit.
Oh my God.
Some dude, you can tell when somebody's shady guys.
Yes, on the island.
Every time you go to the islands, you always, whether it's Jamaica, anywhere, it's always shady guys.
Keep your eyes open. Watch your back.
He's looking at my mom's purse hanging on her scooter. And he didn't see me, but he was looking at it like he was getting ready to get it. And then he looked around, and then he looked up and saw me. And I was looking right at him like, I wish you would. Ooh. We were standing next to the water.
Uh-huh.
I swear before everything, I would have picked him up because he's smaller than me. And I would have threw him in that water.
I would have helped you.
Grab that purse.
Woo, we was ready to throw down. Yeah,
he changed his mind.
Because why would you, out of the blue, just start walking by us and just leaning on a pole, looking? You up to no good.
So then we said, well, let's go. That's when we went live a little bit at the restaurant.
Yeah.
And then we got back on the boat. We said, okay, tomorrow, because we spent the night there. Tomorrow we'll see if we can walk a little bit more or whatever. Let's try that guy again. His little thing coming around. Oh, it works now. I banged it with something.
He probably felt bad because we couldn't get on that first day. So he probably worked it and shook it and hammered it down, and he got it to working.
So then we pushed her up on that thing. Then we go to the mall. He take us to the mall. We get out. I said, Lenore, she can't get out of there because she's going to be scared to go up and down. So she stayed on the little train.
Because she was afraid to go backwards down.
And it was the roller coaster for her.
She stayed on there until we, got ready to come back.
And she said she was on a roller coaster ride.
Because she was holding on. So
that was her trip to Bermuda. We went and got some stuff from the mall, whatever. And then came back. That was it.
Yeah. It was mainly arresting.
I rested mostly.
I knew my sister was happy because she had her own room. I stayed with Mom to help take care of my mom. But my mom and I was sitting there with my mother, and I was like, Ma, this is a relaxation for the three of us. That's what it is. Because when Kim is alone by herself, we not all stuck in the room like sardines. Right. We got space. Kim had the whole bed to herself, her own washroom. So I shared with Mom. So that was probably the blessing in the disguise of being the good, the bad, the ugly, was the fact that we rested and just, chilled. And
you said you like how the boat is positioned. It's easy to get around.
Yeah, unlike other cruise ships, a lot of times when you go on these other cruise ships and you want to go to the very top deck, only certain elevators would take you up there. Like if you get in corner elevators, they don't go up all the way to 15 or whatever.
These elevators
all the elevators go up to that top floor.
They go to all floors.
All floors.
And they have a lot of single elevators too.
Yeah. So it was easy to get around. I didn't get lost too much. I usually get lost more in the other ships than I do this one.
So that was good.
Yeah. It was somebody said there was a fight in the cafeteria.
Oh yeah, this one guy said, "Did y'all miss the fight?" And we said, "What fight?" He said that in the buffet line, this lady got in front of this other lady, and they started fighting. She slapped her food out of her hand, and the food went everywhere.
Oh Lord!
Then they started fighting.
Well,
people had to me, MSC is one step above Carnival.
Yeah.
Because Carnival is ghetto.
Yeah. Carnival is crazy.
MSC is one step above Carnival. To me, it's ghetto. It's not as ghetto. But it's still ghetto.
Who gets off a ship? We were getting ready to get off the ship. I see these cops. I said, oh, why are there so many cops? There don't usually be that many police officers.
Arresting somebody.
A girl walking in front of me with me and my mom. I said, she got handcuffs on. They come to get her. And you coming out of the ship with handcuffs on with 3 cops around you. I went, that's sad. Really sad.
The debarkment is horrible.
Oh.
They told us to meet in the theater at a certain time.
Yeah.
For handicap and for the what is it? The shuttle.
Yeah, for those who have transportation, you have your walk-offs. That's the first group, and then you have your people that have to catch a shuttle to go to the airport. Of course, that's going to be your top group because you got to get off to catch your flight. And then all the other cabinets were listed as later on.
Right.
So we didn't get off till later.
And we only got off because we got up. We didn't wait till when they called us. They never called. We just got up.
And we had one gentleman came over. He said, you ladies should be off already because you have your handicap. I said, we got a flight to catch. That man went out there and made sure. Thank you. That people were very helpful on this. Not the workers, but the people we were just traveling with was helping us.
Now the good part of this one is it wasn't a lot of handicapped people.
Well, you know what? When we were in Europe, remember?
I don't think they used the handicap people.
No, when we had the hardest time, you guys, when we were in Paris. We were carrying wheelchairs up and down the train stations. They don't cater to handicapped folks over in Paris.
So the good thing, there's good and bad about that. The bad is, like I said, you don't have the stuff you need. The good is you don't never have to wait in line or nothing. Because she handicapped, so she can go anywhere she wants.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. We didn't never have to wait in line for nothing. It ain't a lot of handicapped people.
Let's see what else they saying. Irma said, I have never been on a cruise, but I've heard a lot of bad stories. Yeah, you're going to hear good and bad. People compared the Carnival is like a partying ship. A lot of people like the Norwegian. A lot of people like Royal Caribbean. It's a hit or miss when you go on these boats.
And this one had a lot of kids.
The kids go fly. The kids come free. They don't have to pay for the kids. That's why we saw.
Family, baby, family.
And they had a nice kids zone. They had their own. Literally their own floor.
Got a kids buffet.
Yes, they had their own little bar with their little non-alcoholic drinks. They had a dancing area. They had an area for younger kids.
So this is good for kids.
It's good for kids. It really is. It's almost like going on a Disney cruise. Say what?
If you want to travel with your family, that's a MSC. I think is a good.
Bring your kids, and then they be in their own kids zone while you doing your thing, adult. You know, but
so getting off the boat, it was bad. Then we get off the boat. We couldn't find the shuttle, the airport shuttle. Mm-hmm. We sitting out in the cold in New York. That started me getting this sick. Then we walk around. We finally find the guy. No handicap. We got a ramp. We got to push my mom up the stairs again.
She had to go up the stairs again. My mom was so tired when she got back. Let me see what Wendy said. Wendy said, I would demand pay me my money back just for my mother's condition alone. How dare them ask you to sleep outside? Oh, hell no. You should do to the media. It's awful. We did tell them that we will be speaking about this on our show. Yeah. But one of the ladies we ran into, she said she did her letter, her email, and they actually gave her a free cruise with her situation because she got sick from some of the cleaning stuff that they cleaned in her shower or something. She literally got sick and her skin was messing up. So that was a health issue with her. But we will definitely write them and tell them we have the details. So we will definitely keep you guys updated on how we get with that.
Man. So basically that was it, y'all. That's our whole thing. Coming back, I was sitting outside, even at the airport, trying to get home, sitting outside in the cold weather.
That's probably why you got sick, right?
Plus, I think I probably got some kind of virus or something. I'll see how I feel tomorrow. But